Hi, I'm Veronica and welcome to my channel. Today I would like to show you a very simple breathing technique where you're working on slowing down your breath and making it more even. Why is it so important to breathe evenly and slowly? Well, it really helps to regulate your nervous system, and that in turn has a very direct effect on lots of systems within your body. So it will be simply healthier if you start breathing in this slower rhythm. So let's give it a try. You can sit in a chair, you can sit on the ground, it doesn't really matter. But take a moment to find your sit bones and maybe check what is the difference between being collapsed, which is not going to be optimal for breathing, but it's also not optimal for breathing to have this huge extension in the back. All the muscles in the back tense up, and the rib cage thrusted forward in space. So see if you can find something in between, somewhere where it's effortless to stay upright and where you can feel that the air can pass without any obstructions. The same happens for the position of the head. It might take a while to find a place where you're not putting the chin up or down too much. You can, just for a moment, bring the shoulders up and then release them so that you're not holding any tension in the shoulders either. Now, once you've got all of that, you're going to switch into breathing through the nose if you haven't done that already. And if you have any trouble with breathing through the nose, check out this video. And for the moment, let that breath flow freely. So you're not trying to do anything with it. You're not controlling it in any way. You're only inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And you might notice how is the rhythm of your breath. Is your inhale or exhale longer? Is it even, or does it seem a little bit jarred? Now you can start purposefully making the breath more even. So it doesn't matter whether it's going to be very long inhale or very long exhale. For now, make it comfortable, but try to keep the inhalation and exhalation even. Now, if it helps you to count, you can count, but very often counting creates a little bit of anxiety. It makes you a little bit too confused. So it doesn't have to be exactly even. Don't worry too much about counting. Try to keep it even, that's it. Even inhale, even exhale. And after you've done it a couple of times, you might start noticing that there is a natural pause at the end of the inhale and a natural short pause at the end of the exhale. So let those pauses be there. You don't need to make them any longer. Just notice them. Let them be there. Notice also which part of your chest, rib cage moves when you breathe. So if your breath feels quite loud, or if you feel that it's the upper chest that is moving mostly, that there's a lift in the shoulders, a visible lift in the shoulders when you inhale, you can also check this video so that you can work on moving your breath more lower, so into that lower end of the rib cage, so that everything in the upper part is relaxed. The shoulders don't move, and the neck, the upper chest is quite soft. So it's not about making this breath big in a sense like that everything fills up till the end. It can be quite subtle. In fact, it's better if it's subtle and kept low in the lower part of the rib cage. Silent, smooth. So you can spend a couple of rounds focusing only on the quality of this breath. That silky quality. Really even, smooth breath, both when you inhale and when you exhale. And perhaps if that still feels comfortable, that means that you don't feel that some muscles start contracting, tensing up, and you're not feeling any discomfort or spasms in the diaphragm, in your belly. And also you are feeling calm. If all of that happens, see if it would be possible to extend your inhales and exhales a little bit more, without pushing, without trying to reach any particular goal, letting them move slower in both when you inhale and when you exhale. Without pressing the tongue into the palate, without clenching the teeth or frowning. And if the breath doesn't want to elongate, keep it in the range that feels fully comfortable. If you are using counting, you might add just one digit into your count, both when you inhale and exhale. And do maybe 6 more rounds of breath like this, checking that the rest of the body is relaxed, your back, belly, face, shoulders. There should be no strain. Keep it comfortable. And whenever you finish your 6 rounds, come back to natural breath without trying to control or change anything. Just let it move as it wants to move through you. And you might notice that this breath feels quite different from the one when you just began. If you are using counting over time, you might move to the count of 6, both when you inhale and when you exhale, which was that sort of magic number that showed quite a lot of health benefits. But there is no point to rush it. You cannot force it. If you're tensing up, if it feels like a strain, your nervous system will not react by regulating, but just the other way around. It will respond with a fight and flight, with a stress response. I hope that you enjoyed this practice and that it was useful for you. If you would like to learn more about breathing, that everyday breathing without any fancy and complicated breathing practices, check out my upcoming course, Breathe Well, Live Well. I will link it in the description below. Thank you and see you next time. And by the way, from now on, the videos will be posted every second week. If you suffer from anxiety and you need a tool which you can use right at that moment to dial down on the intensity of that feeling, then I invite you to download for free my first aid for anxiety. It's a 7-minute long audio which you can get from my website. I link it here and also in the description of this video.